if I was to hire a female lawyer, I need her to be at least 45 and working for a man. That's the idea that people have.
Hi, you've reached the Pink Hotline. This is Zara and I'm with Rosa, and today we are going to be reading some messages from women about struggles, challenges and joys of being a woman.
No judgment here, just a way to reflect, celebrate and figure out ways to step into our power. We'll also be sharing some of our opinions and ideas on ways that we can improve ourselves and these situations.
This letter is from a woman reflecting on how much of human history has glorified the mistreatment of women. She talks about how patriarchy has seeped into everything: politics, society, religion, even language, and how asking for equality can feel like begging for table scraps. She ends with this: but f*** what you're allowed to do or what you're supposed to do. Sit at a table as often and as soon as you can. Steal the plate if you have to. You aren't a second-class citizen. You aren't property and you aren't a servant. You're a human being who happens to be a woman.
I feel like that is pretty accurate in leading up to the 21st century, but moving into where we are now in 2026, I feel like the world is shifting from patriarch to matriarch. I mean, if you see or follow politics, if you see or follow businesses, business forums, stuff like that, you'll notice that major shifts are happening within the hierarchy where CEOs are now females. Presidents are now females. The King of Spain is about to give the monarchy to his daughter.
Oh, wow.
She's about to become Queen of Spain, and that's the second Queen of Spain that is going to be Queen without a man
husband
by her side.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's massive shifts there. Look at Queen Elizabeth. Sure, like she struggled to get to where she was, but she paved the way for so many women.
She did.
She did a lot, from going to the army, from working to helping. In the year that we are now, in the age that we are now, yes, the world was paved in a patriarchal way, but I think that, or I believe, it's really shifting into a matriarchy.
Exactly. And I love how this letter talks about refusing to not have that seat at the table, take it anyway. That's so inspiring.
Yeah, I agree. It is inspiring. And women need to understand that to have their own thing, for example, I always say that even if you are living the best life, even if you're married and have a family and you're so content, always have something for you. Whether it's education, whether it's a business, whether it's investments, always have something for you.
Even a hobby.
Even a hobby. Not to have anything negative in the back of your mind, but to just, if you're having a bad day, you can fall back onto something that you genuinely like, right?
It's always good to have that self-love as a woman as well, like something that you can feel proud of yourself for.
For sure.
And not that not having a family is not something to be proud of.
Of course, no, we're not saying that. So this next letter reflects on multiple truths about being a woman in today's world. So first, appearances matter more for women than for men. Second, credibility depends not just on what you do, but also heavily on your age, race, and gender, meaning women often have to work 2 or 3 times harder to be taken seriously.
I agree. I agree with that for sure.
I definitely agree. This is my kind of topic.
Like, for instance, as women, not all of us, but majority of women do feel insecure if they, for instance, show up at a job interview without their hair done or their makeup done. Like, they can't.
I know, guys can just get a quick fade and that's it.
Yeah.
They get out of bed and they're ready.
Yeah, but with women, we have to take the time to make sure our appearance looks good. So we are taken more seriously and so we can look like we are worthy of the job.
And I know you've never fully had a 9 to 5 because, you know, you live the amazing marketing life. But we used to get told, wear at least minimal makeup in 9 to 5 jobs. Wear makeup.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really had.
Yeah, at the bank, at fast food restaurants when I was 14, 15.
Well, that's a bit silly. You're a child.
Yeah. Even in a retail store, wear minimal makeup. Don't come to work without makeup. And they literally would say to me, you look dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, the man?
No, the manager, even if it was a female.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was part of the contract.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. So when I became a teacher, eventually I just stopped wearing makeup because the principal's not going to come to me and be like,
you're fired because you're
fired.
Makeup.
No,
yeah.
I have rights.
And also when it comes to, like you said, credibility with age, older women have it really, really hard.
In what sense? What do you mean?
As women, we have expectations early on.
Yeah, expectations and credibility are 2 separate things.
Yes, but like I guess with age comes experience. But also if you can't be too young and you can't be too old, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you just have to be ripe.
I guess. Yeah.
So I'm thinking people that get taken seriously, it depends on their job title as well. So, for example, if we're talking about credibility, if I was to hire a female lawyer, I need her to be at least 45 and working for a man. That's the idea that people have. Like, yes, she can be a lawyer, a great lawyer. She can be a barrister. But as long as she works for a company that belongs to a man. Because people think, wow, we're labeling her as a lawyer, right? She's a strong lawyer. It could even be that she's a partner of this firm. But as long as there's a man on that seat as a partner, people will feel more comfortable. And I think that's where the credibility part comes in, and the age-wise and the gender-wise. And I think that's what really trips people. Like, why do we have to have that masculine part? Why do women have to have that masculine part? Why can't we just be feminine in our own way and still have the jobs that men have?
Exactly. Like, we don't have to completely step into our masculine energy for us to achieve what we want to get.
Yeah, and you can always, like, for example, a woman does have masculine energy, but it doesn't have to peak for her to be a lawyer, or for her to be a doctor, or for her to be a bodybuilder if she wants to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to peak.
Because when you think about those jobs, we're already thinking men. You know what I mean? Men
Anytime
are in that.
someone says, it's a big taboo growing up. Like,
know.
what are you going to do when you get older? What job are you going to do? You can't tell them I'm going to be a podcaster. You can't, like, they'll look at you like, huh? But yeah, so I feel like when women do those roles, there is that credibility. Can she handle it?
Because she's a woman.
Can she really be my lawyer? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that credibility part. I agree 100%. It's a bit sad that people would look for male lawyer, or at least the partner or the owners of the law firm is a male. They feel more confident, as if we do. Men are masculine. They do give that energy of strength, yes, but women are capable.
And whether they realize it or not, men are really dependent on women.
I agree. They really are dependent on women.
Yeah, I think I once saw a study where it said women are emotionally more capable than men, especially when it comes to multitasking. So we actually have more capabilities to handle certain situations.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I feel like it's because the universe created the male and the female. The male brain actually works in a logical sense, and the woman's brain actually works in an emotional sense. So it's like a yin and yang situation, right?
For sure.
Where they feed off each other. So in any situation, the woman's going to respond in an emotional sense, okay? And that's why when a woman is less emotional, the man will come to her and say, oh, you're so masculine. You act like a man. Oh, okay. I act like a man because I'm thinking logically, because I'm not using my emotions. Well, logical is fine. You don't say that to another man when he's thinking logically. You're just saying it to me now because I'm a female who's thinking logically. It's an ego trip.
For sure. This letter says, I think of myself as a person first, woman second. Sometimes I forget that I'm a woman. Like, I'm just me. So it creates this kind of erasure, like we've lost our womanhood, we've downplayed it, minimized it. And like, we have lost as women our power within ourselves, our identity. Like, we don't know what we align with anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like our feminine energy is shifting all the time, and
Because there's so many expectations on women.
Yeah, society's just hurting us in some sense, where it's too fast paced. There isn't enough time. We've got so much work to do, or we've got kids to follow up with, or we've got a husband to take care of, or anything, cooking, cleaning, work, whatever it is, you just feel like you have no me time by the end of the day.
So you've lost yourself.
Yeah, especially living in a fast-paced environment, you just feel, all right, I'll get my nails done tomorrow, or I don't want to straighten my hair today. I don't want to curl my hair today. I'll just put it up in a messy bun. Girls.
It's neglection.
It's neglecting yourself. Not that the messy bun look is not great. Some girls really can pull it off, not me, but some girls can really pull it off. But girls, take care of yourself. Like,
always put yourself first. Never put yourself second.
Society's made us think that it's okay to let ourselves go because guys can just roll out of bed and just get the day started. No, we need our feminine energy protected.
Sure.
We need to be slow. We need to take our time.
1% better every day.
Every day. Not that everyone shouldn't get 1% better every day, but
we should work towards getting better 1% every day.
Yeah, and feeling that feminine energy and feeding it. Feeling it and feeding it.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, this last letter says, how beautiful and wonderful is it? I love being a woman and everything about it. I love my feminine features. I love my femininity. Being a woman doesn't mean I'm weak. I am a warrior. A woman would do anything for those whom they love. You don't see a male lion or bear protecting their young and risking their lives for it like women do. We're brave and we should embrace it more.
You know, I really like this letter. Out of all of the ones that we've read today, it feels very empowering and lighthearted.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember what TV show or movie this is from, but this quote, what I just read, actually reminded me of women can do anything men can do, and we can do it while wearing high heels.
Ooh.
So that extract that I just read actually reminded me
You know,
of
if
that
men
scene.
could wear heels all day, they would suffer.
They would know what we get put through on a small scale, because we've got our periods monthly. We have to give birth. And on top of that, we do what you do.
And sometimes even better.
Even better.
Yeah. So I resonate a lot with this quote because I feel like I have stepped into a time in my life where I feel very brave and confident in who I am as a woman. Like I can take care of myself while also focusing on my passions and interests and business as well. I feel like I have the opportunity to have that balance.
Yeah.
And with the business, it really encouraged me to learn more about myself and what it means to be a woman in this like field of work.
Yeah. Look, Nelfa and I feel like encourages all women. I feel like it encourages them to be believers in themselves that they can get things done. Because you get to wear your beautiful nails whenever you want, wherever you want, on the go, with no limits, right? But you can also embrace the beauty of your hand whenever you want. There is no damage. So
Really, you're taking care of yourself.
Exactly right. You're taking care of yourself. Whether you're at work, whether you're at the gym,
If it's a wedding or a party.
there is no limit to what you can do with Now for a Night. Do you get what I mean? It
Yeah, and I
makes
feel like-
women feel brave.
I feel like with every brand that is owned or ran by a woman, I feel like we should all touch on topics that have to do with womanhood.
100%. Look at Kayali. Look at Mona Katan. All she talks about is making women feel beautiful while smelling beautiful, right? So it's like stepping into her perfume room. Everyone's seen her perfume room,
Yeah.
right? So stepping into her perfume room. I'm sure she feels amazing every time she steps into that room. And just the smell. Like, have you smelled her perfumes, Kayali perfumes?
I have. I had to.
She's got even like a marshmallow smell. Like, can you imagine just always smelling so cutesy?
And I think that's really great as a woman that we have the option to smell cutesy.
Yeah, exactly right. So I feel like Now for a Night is really on that hype. I feel like being able to step into your femininity, feel brave, feel confident, but also feel happy, calm.
In your own feminine energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. To all of the women who sent through those letters today, thank you for allowing us to read your experiences and sharing our humble opinions.
And if you're listening today and you want to share your experiences with us, please drop them below in the comments, or if you'd like to stay anonymous, please share them to our DMs and we will do our best to get through them and share them on our next episodes.
The line is always open.
We'll see you back on the Pink Hotline.